Let's take a look at some of Justin Fields from last week. And I know it's an oft talked about, discussed subject already, but we're going to point out some of the things from my point of view where he can be a little bit better. This is a nice completion to DJ Moore. It goes for 33 yards. And, he gets it on time to Moore to be able to make the catch. As he begins to make his break, or right here, Justin Fields is bringing the ball up. Now it forces Moore to wait for the ball. And where the ball's placed, it really kind of gives him a good indicator to turn outside and away from the safety and the cornerback. So there's some benefits to that. At the same time, a common theme with Justin Fields is that his drops are kind of slow. It's a slow drop. If he begins his throw maybe a half beat earlier without that hitch, ball comes out right here, he can place this ball further downfield and ahead where the safety's facing the left sideline and get this ball just as Moore's making his break in stride and allow Moore to cut through the field here. But he's not leveraging Moore's run after the catch ability because he's a half beat late. He's taking that extra step. He's not sure to throw that ball. You don't need that extra half step. You want that ball coming out right here, not that extra beat. And that's why Moore has to wait on it. Here's another good example of slow footwork from Justin Fields. You're going to see you've got 4 defensive backs playing pretty deep. You've got your 2 linebackers in the middle threatening the potential for an A-gap pressure. They're probably going to, one or both are going to drop. And Fields here, watch, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, kind of 8 steps. This is really a 5-step drop, but he gets sacked by Joe Tryon. So really, this should be a 5-step drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if he was going faster with his drop, and he's looking at this field and he sees the depth with the outside shade here, the deep safety here, and understands that as he's dropping back, he sees the left side linebacker over that left A gap slide over to the right as he makes that drop, he should know this backside route is going to break open. And at the top of his 5th drop, right here, the ball should be coming out. But he's slow with his drop. He's just kind of trotting back with that 5-step drop. It's too deliberate. It's too slow. He has that open man. The ball should be on its way right here. Instead, the ball never comes out. He doesn't see it. And now he's forced to try and just survive in the pocket. So, again, 54. Sliding over to that side. Fields is even manipulating it, looking to that side. So if he finishes at the top of his drop right here, he should be firing this ball overhead to the receiver who had that inside shade coverage. There's the receiver with that inside shade coverage. Wide open, squared up. He should be knowing pre-snap this is what he has. Knowing that this guy's going to break inside. The drop's too slow, it's too deliberate, and he ends up taking a sack unnecessarily. All right, so you want Fields to take what he can get on plays. And this is a 3-step drop. He looks to throw, looks to the right flat, and then ends up getting sacked. Take a look at this in more detail. First of all, finish that 3-step drop. High safety, outside shade coverage on this defender, on this receiver. Finish that, and you can tell that this receiver was just about to make that break. That's the top of the stem. If he throws this ball right now and leads that receiver inside, look at that huge triangle of space for him to break, number 13, and catch his ball in stride and maybe get under the safety or split the safety and the outside shade corner. That's the first thing I would have said do, right? Easy. Take the easy, most apparent play. Instead, doesn't trust it. He knows he's got a bullet route up here by the running back. This running back right here is going to work that bullet route. Okay? Slower developing play. He comes off at 13. He starts to look to 15 down here in the flat. Doesn't throw that, gives a little fake. That's fine. especially if you're going to come back to either 13 or 23, ideally 23, because 85 is going to be getting taken up by this cornerback here at the 10. And when he comes back and looks, he doesn't see 23. His head's still coming around. He looks directly back at 13, doesn't see 23, doesn't feel 23 splitting this, doesn't try and get it over the top, where that could have been a huge play. Instead, looks to run, takes the sack. Game management is very important too. You're at the end of the half, you're down by 3, you're into 27, 3rd and 13 after a sack. You have 6 defenders who are going to be dropping back into coverage, and you don't get rid of the ball, and you keep looking as if you're going to try and find one of the 2 downfield receivers against the 6 defenders. You're going to try and find someone to get open here. Why? You just need 5 or 6 yards. Put your special teams unit in a chip shot range. Instead, you take a sack, and literally now you're making a very long field goal attempt that you wonder if your offense is even going to consider taking. But at the end of this slow drop, once again, when you're dropping slow, you're seeing the field slow. Number 2 here sees these 2 defenders in the flat, and he settles right here. The ball should be out. Fields should see the same thing. He sees the mesh here. Plant those feet. Throw the ball. Hit number 2. Let him split these defenders, get another 3 to 5 yards. Maybe he breaks a tackle or both tackles and gets inside the 10. He at least gets closer to the first down marker so that you maybe have a 4th and short and you can give your offense more choices. But he doesn't do that. He gets sacked. Now they're nearly out of field goal range. Tampa's certainly figured out that Fields is going to take slow drops. I mean, look at this. They're dropping way back because they know he's going to keep looking downfield where the coverage is already is good. They're going to be able to beat him to the punch with pressure because his drops are so slow and he's processing the field slowly that when he does get a ball off on a check down, he's going to get hit while doing it. He's not reading leverage well either. Watch this. 3-step drop, and he's going to take this route outside with the defender squatting on it. Meanwhile, he's got an underneath defender already underneath his tight end who is past him the hash, and you have a safety here, and you know this route's breaking well under this safety. He had a deeper route available to him, but he was eyeballing the outside route the entire way. Come off that. Right here, he already made a throwing decision that was just not wise. He could give a little bit of a pump there to suck up this defender, keep this defender in this spot, and then make a little pivot and turn in an easy throw probably at this point. Because he would have influenced 2 defenders with a pump. Right here. Bring the ball up. He influences this defender and this defender. This is going to leave this tight end open on the sail route. Safety's not going to be able to get there. Easy first down.